Hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm from the blog Thank God I'm Fun. I'm doing a nice little tutorial on cheetah nails. This is my first tutorial on Tumblr. Be nice, thanks. I'm really excited to do this because a follower actually suggested that I do cheetah or leopard print, and that is my specialty. I love doing print, any kind of zebra. I haven't done that yet for you guys, but I will, promise. And leopard and cheetah, that's my favorite. So we have a couple colors for you guys. I'm not going to do my nails. I recently went through a little bit of a traumatic experience with my nails. Don't want to talk about it. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the colors. Yellow for a spot. Green. This is my base. Blue for a spot. This, most important thing in the whole world, is the kind of design around the spot. I guess the spot holder. I don't know what to call it. So the little decal around the spot to make it more cheetah-y. It is Lasting Finish Pro. It works amazing. Rimmel, cheap, and works. The most important thing is, and I don't know if you guys ever tried to do cheetah print or any kind of print with like any kind of black decals, it bleeds like crazy and it ruins your whole mani when you put a top coat on. Very frustrating. I'm sure you've noticed. Sometimes it's not as bad. Sometimes it is bad. So this little baby here, amazing invention. Doesn't really bleed. I haven't seen it bleed yet. Go get yourself some Rimmel. And it's called Black Satin. The brush is very nice too, by the way. I like it. It's kind of a wide brush. Some people don't like it. I do. Alright, so we're going to start. Now you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need your nail polish. Got that, right? Showed you them. What is this? This is my paint palette. An artist trick, of course, you know. Everybody's got to have their little paint palette. Michelangelo, you know what I'm talking about. Da Vinci. Anyway, so you can use anything. Plastic works really well. Alright, you're gonna need a pen, ballpoint, anything. See, this has gone through war and back. The most important thing is you need a very fine tip. This actually has a little bit of paint on it. Maybe I should clean that. Alright, and you're gonna need remover, which I actually ran out of. You need to do something about that. And you're gonna need nails. So we'll be not using mine. We're gonna be doing my lovely Liza nail hand model. She's pro. She has short nails. She has very nice hands. We'll be using hers for today because my accident, my nails are bad. I'm very excited to show you guys how to do it. So, without further ado, this, nail polishes, we're good. Oh, top coat. I use this, Bourgeois Presto, works very good. Alright, so let's start. So as you can see, this is Liza my hand model's nails. I really didn't do anything to prep it, just because I hope that you guys take the procedures to do it. Wash your hands thoroughly. I would do a little buff, and of course, you know, clean your nail polish off if you have any. See, I probably have some right there. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm starting out with there we go. This nail polish here, this is going to be my base. It's kind of a matte finish, so it's really neat. You guys are going to really like it. So another thing what I do is when I start out, I dip my nail polish in, the nail polish brush in the nail polish, and I have one side which is kind of like red, like pink right there, and then a side that's kind of dryish, and I take the side that has a little bit of paint on there, and I go to town. So I start in the middle, and you know, start in the middle. Don't try to keep away from the cuticle as best as you can, because as soon as you put it in the cuticle, it does start bleeding like crazy everywhere, and it's really hard to clean up. So, you know, the steadier your hand, rest your hand up on something, it helps a little bit more. I think that's good. For all intensive purposes, it's a little bit hard to film me putting it on perfectly. So there we go, finished. And as you can see, one coat is sufficient in this case. A lot of people like putting base coats on there. I find that the matte doesn't really bleed anywhere on your nail, but if you really want to, I start out with a base coat. I haven't found one that I really love yet, so that's saying how much I use it, right? I'm going to start with one color first. It's my blue, and this is going to be a spot. So what I do is I take my palette here, take my nail polish, have a big glob on there, and then let it get down on there. You don't need to put a lot, just enough for a couple of dots. Then I have my trusty pen that just kind of cleaning off some spare paint on there. Dip it in here. Move away anything that could smudge your paint. And I start out with one side of the nail and kind of, you know, if it's too dry, just get more paint and go like that. Very simple. And then I usually go in the other corner. Again, there you go. So I only have two here because we have lots of other colors that we're going to do. I'm going to do yellow now. I'm going to do the same thing with the yellow. I'm going to put it on my palette. I'm going to clean my brush off. My pen. Paper towels is fine. And dip it in. Get enough paint on there so it's not too dry. Your pen. Just dip it on the nail. Be gentle. Don't press hard because you'll puncture your bottom coat, which is not good. So now I'm done with yellow. It's simple. I think I'm going to put a little bit bigger. There we go. And now I'm off. I'm going to do green. Alright. So again, do the same thing I did with yellow and blue. Dot on my palette. And dip my brush in. I already cleaned off my brush. And then I'm just going to put it in the middle. Kind of looks like a dice, but a very uneven dice. Alright, so now that I've cleaned my pen off again with some paper towel, we're going to start with the black now. Make sure your spots are dry. I know these paints really dry quickly, so I don't have to wait too long. So I'm just going to dab it again on my palette, just like I did with the yellow, green, and the blue. But I put a little bit more on the palette than I did with the other ones. So now that I have like I'm going to try closing up on the bead there. It's kind of a beady, I know it's a little blurry, but you guys know what a bead looks like, right? So then we start at any of the little dots here, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna start here, and I just kind dab it down. See there? It's kind of like a circle. And then kind of go up, follow the spot a little bit. And then, just go like that. Doesn't have to be even, kind of a random. Sometimes I like to follow a pattern on a real cheetah, because actually cheetahs, if you actually look at it, don't really have the spots that I'm doing. It's more of a leopard spot. There we go. Check it out. Looking good. Then doing the blue. Notice that I try to stay away from the other black outlines as much as I can. Kind of went over here. I didn't start doing it right there because it would have been, too close. But I can get a little closer right there. I'll go right there for that spot there. And now I'm going to go right here. Do that. And then again over here. It's really simple. Now here is the finishing touch. So you see these kind of little spots where it doesn't have any paint on it. Just kind of do it like a, need some more paint on my brush. Little dot there. One dot, and then another one. And there you go. Very simple. Alright, and that's that. Now, I use my top coat to finish it right up. You can use anything you want. I'm going to use my Bourgeois, which is missing in action right now. Oh, here we go. So, here's my Bourgeois. And I like to put a nice amount on here, and then, it should be dry, but let's hope it doesn't bleed or anything. I think it should be okay. Just lightly put it over. Again, wait until it's dry if you have patience. I do not have any patience. And there is your perfect cheetah print or jaguar print. Alright, so the finishing design, you just do the same thing with all the other nails, very simply. What I do, instead of putting four dots, I probably would add maybe 3 at the most, and I'd probably just go here, write a dot right here, a dot here, and a dot here. So let me just kind of mark it for you guys. And then, you know how I put right here. Then how I put the 2 randoms, I'd probably put one in the middle here, or kind of to the middle. Oops. And then right here. And then right here. Just little ones. And it'll just look really even and very polished. But that's my tutorial. I hope you guys loved it. And there'll be more to come. Thanks.